In 1990, one of the greatest comic book adaptations ever made burst onto the big screen. Warren Beatty's Dick Tracy. With its star-studded cast, bold colours, unforgettable villains, and a tidal wave of merchandise, this film became a short-lived but powerful cultural phenomenon. Now, more than 30 years later, this podcast is here to explore, unpack, and dissect this brightly coloured masterpiece, week by week, scene by scene. So pull up a chair at the Southside Warehouse, because there's going to be a big payoff.
Hello and welcome to Talking Dick, the Dick Tracy movie podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Simon Creswell, and joining me all the way from the Walnut section in Sainsbury's is...
It's James Tilling.
He's back.
Here I am.
We were talking figures last time, so this is a follow-on episode from our previous one on the Playmates action figure line. There's a lot to digest, wasn't there, last time?
Yeah, there was. I think we underestimated how much there was to talk about, and like how much we didn't even know. There's so much information on those cards. I was quite literally reading it for the very first time. I'm actually really excited to read the rest of them because I've made sure I haven't looked at any of them. So I'm quite excited to see what the rest are going to say.
Well, let's jump straight in. Let's not mess around. Let's go straight into it. So who is the first figure we're covering today from the Playmates Dick Tracy line? First figure today we've got is Steve the Tramp. Another cameo role. It hasn't got a big scene. And again, a brilliant figure. I think we did mention in the last episode, this is one of the figures that you and I remember getting. I believe we actually had to share. We did, yeah.
We managed to convince our nan to buy us a figure each. I got the Brow, you got Rodent. And because it was like, we've never seen this guy before. So we convinced her to buy him for us, and then we had to share him. Take it a week each.
And he was played in the film by Tony Epper, who's also sadly no longer with us. That's a theme, I'm afraid.
Well, yeah,
the film is 36 years old. So many of the people have gone. But I think I read somewhere on the internet during my half-assed research that this figure had some controversy because it was a figure of a tramp and like a homeless person. And so that's perhaps why it was not so available. Yeah. Again, it's difficult to confirm that. But I guess in today's world, calling a figure the Tramp and putting underneath he is stinking up the city sewers.
I mean, how does he come back from that?
How does he come back from that? But what a cracking figure. I mean, the detail on this.
Yeah.
You've got patches, you've got a cut on his arm or with like a bandage around it. You've got his toes coming through his shoe.
Yep.
His face is hideous. What do you make of this one? What's your thoughts on Steve the Tramp? Yeah,
he's a brilliant figure. Every single part of him, as you said, like the face sculpted, he just looks so good, so similar to how he does in the film, with his hat as well. And again, like the trousers, as you said, with the whole this toe coming out the end, bandage around the other shoe. It looks great. And he
also comes with a knife, doesn't he? He comes with the same knife we were talking about last time.
So that's the same. I think it could be the same knife that the Brow has, and he's also got a couple of other extra accessories as well. He's got his plank of wood, which I assume that was probably a part of his shed that he was living in with the kid. And obviously in the film, they break and it all falls to pieces. So I was kind of envisioned that as a piece of the shed.
Maybe we should step outside. Okay, tough guy. Now do you want to give the kid a piece of chicken?
Yep. And this is the actual figure, by the way, that we got that day. I've got the.
You've got
one.
Him.
I don't know how I ended up with him, but I've got him.
Hey, if anyone does, I'm glad you do.
Yeah, it was going to be me or you, wasn't it? Also, I've just noticed, look at the packet. Every figure has got 1 foot down and 1 foot up. They actually designed the packet so that the 1 foot is facing slightly down. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I don't know what the reason for that is.
I think that is because obviously you've got the loose ones there. It's their feet are slightly staggered, I think, so you can stand them. So it's angled down in here so that the front can be flush. Otherwise, his toe would be poking forward in the packet. I mean, that sounds really dull saying that, but
hey, we're deep diving because we don't believe any of those videos on YouTube where they talk about Dick Tracy figures. They have not gone to this level of detail. So we're the ones bringing it out there.
Yeah. We're setting the benchmark pretty low, probably, but we're setting it.
Do you want to talk about the assortment number and the stock numbers? Well, no, please don't.
Please.
So turning it over, he has got a unique comic book because this is obviously an American one.
Yeah.
And there's one of Dick Tracy punching him in the face and sort of arresting him, I guess.
Yeah.
There on the back. And then we go into the description. So his name is Steve the Tramp. He's wanted for corruption of minors. Blimey. Muggings, violation of health code. What do you make of corruption of minors, James? Any comment on that?
Yeah, you're right. It sounds a little bit dubious. I assume, like in the movie, he's basically like Fagin from
he
Oliver.
is essentially,
just basically getting kids to go out and pick pockets for you while he sits at home and eats chicken, I think.
Yeah,
isn't it?
A slightly more creepy Fagin. The description is another Playmates classic. Ignorant bum with cauliflower ears. Dirty and scarred from a life on the streets. You'll smell him before you see him. I mean, blimey.
Yeah.
Really,
I mean, I'm beginning to pity him because, like, he might have come across a lot of hard times to get to this point. But
the second picture on the top right, it says, if you look in the background, he's got a whole room full of kids. Can you see that?
Yeah, there's like kids lining up.
Yeah. And it's just, he says, who are these kids? Get out. He's actually got a cupboard full of kids.
Yeah. It's like Sam Catchin then calling Dick Tracy child theft ring reported out on Bloom Street. I mean,
actually, if you zoom in on that picture, he's marching them into his cabin. He's walking with a line of kids into his cabin. He's got, he's calling it here a child theft ring. I mean, child grooming.
It feels like we're one step away from John Wayne Gacy here.
We are, at best.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, going on, weapons, knife, spiked plank, garbage can lid. MO recruits runaway children into his army of little street thieves and con artists.
See, in the movie, there's just the kid. Is he like the last one left? Or were all the other kids out doing his bidding? And then they came back that night to see him just like slumped out, beaten up by Dick Tracy, and the shed's fallen down.
Yeah.
Because this is the first time I'm realising that he had loads of kids that he was getting to do his dirty work.
Yeah.
Where in the film, it felt as if to be like, it was just the kid, and that was it.
His past crimes knocked off employer 11 years ago and turned to a life of underworld street villainy. Knocked off employer? What did he do?
Knocked off. That means murdered, is it?
No, well, he's not wanted for murder, is he?
No, he's not.
He's wanted for a violation of the health. I think it means maybe he, I don't know. He worked for Woolies and he stole a bag of Pick-a-Mix. I don't know.
Yeah.
But his quote, "What do you get me? Let me see the loot," which he kind of says to the kid, doesn't he?
He does.
What'd you get?
Didn't say we no chicken.
See the stuff.
Do you want to read the warning there? It's quite a ridiculous one again.
Okay, yeah. So Steve the Tramp will use and abuse any young, helpless prey he comes across. Mum, what does this mean?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm glad I didn't read this and show it to my folks.
Little Jimmy, put your toy down. Just go and watch Jim will fix it. All right. Just don't play with that right now.
Yeah. But it's just use and abuse any young, helpless prey. I mean, he's going up and down in my estimate. I felt sorry for him. Now just dip down to that. No, you're awful. Do you want to read the bit underneath?
Yeah, it says, beware, a boozed-out boxer. Steve the Tramp is big, strong brute who believes kids without families are meant to be his slaves. This is so dark.
It is.
He has dozens of homeless children combing the city, bringing him food, money, and anything else they can get their hands on. He barely gives them enough to eat and treats them like dirt. Hardened and bitter after a life on the mean streets, Steve the Tramp is a lout who would just as soon take your life as your wallet. Despite a low IQ, he's as dangerous as they come because he doesn't have anything to lose.
Oh, he is a nasty bit of work.
Do you know who he reminds me of? Just thinking about it, he reminds me of Mickey Rourke in Sin City.
Yeah, or just Mickey Rourke I mean,
just Mickey Rourke now, yeah.
But no, you are right.
More like the brow now, isn't he, Mickey Rourke? Yeah.
No, you are right. The prosthetics is actually quite similar to Marv, isn't it? In Sin City.
Marv in Sin City.
Yeah,
yeah.
Marv. Yeah,
another cracking film. If people haven't seen it. Moving on, then. Who's next on the ugly list?
Our next one we've got is our oyster-eating other mob boss, Lips Manless.
Played by Paul Savino, the late great.
That's fine.
Paul Savino. And as we mentioned in the first part of this, he was a good referee for your Hasbro Wrestling Federation.
He was.
He needs a jacket, doesn't he? He looks like a waiter.
There's a big lack of jackets, isn't there? Which is a pity. I'm not gonna, so happy with what we got, but yeah, that was one thing that was missing. I've just realised about my lips. He's like proper like wonky on the card. I've nearly got. He's not even. Yeah, mine is the Bandai one, so straight from Fairham.
The British one. I'm going to have to hunt that American one. I mean, this card here is pristine, unpunched. This is a good-looking Lips Manless, and so white when you compare it to your one that you played with. Just so white,
faded. I'm glad yours is in good nick because mine isn't.
No, you have to buy another one.
Yeah.
Gun and holster, obviously there, and an incredibly unique accessory: the cement shoes. So you can pretend to put Lips in the bath. Not the bath, big boy.
Not the bath. That would have been a great accessory to actually had. Would be the whole bath, like the whole chamber that he goes in.
Yeah, fancy accessories. Yeah, the
exactly.
bathtub. So he's on the back there. Public enemy name: Lips Manless, wanted for ordering gangland contract hits, operating a legal gambling joint, and watering drinks. Description: gangster, kingpin, a dapper dandy with a brash criminal style. There you go. Another great band name, the Dapper Dandies. The weapons: Colt 45, cement shoes.
A weapon, though, is it?
Cement shoes.
Cement shoes.
Yeah, I think as kids they were one that I just could not be bothered with because they look ridiculous on the figure.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Why would we want that?
Yeah.
His MO is lots of noise, flash and dazzle. Uses club writs as a front for scams, cons, crooked deals, and mob crime waves. His past crimes include gun running, numbers running, rum running, and nose running. Does he have a runny nose?
Hang on, what crime is nose running?
I think they're just taking the mick, aren't they?
I mean, we're taking it seriously. They should be too.
Well, look at the size of this guy's lips. It's not about his nose, it's about his lips.
You're right.
And a quote here is, just because you're a good-for-nothing gangster is no reason to dress bad.
Yeah, so I can stand by that.
Yeah. Do you want to read us the warning?
Lips Manless could have you iced and 6 feet under while smiling over a plate of linguine. Lovely. There's a lot of this ice thing. So was that like his thing then? He just because under his name on the front that says, "Boys just iced a bookie."
Oh, right.
Am I understanding what that?
It's just ice. Just means killed, doesn't it? Shot.
Yeah. Shall I do his little extra bit of his paragraph at the bottom here?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
So it says, a mob boss with champagne tastes and a love for the high life. Lips is a gangster ringleader who rivals the almost equals Big Boy. He enjoys having his enemies knocked off almost as much as he enjoys the beautiful dolls he drapes on his arm. Cocky and cold-blooded, Manless insists on having victims roughed up and rearranged with style. He controls all the booze and betting on his side of the town, but Big Boy already has plans for Lips's cut of the dough.
Also, can I say he's no brow? He's
no way.
He's not a big fish. I've not done this for about 30 years, but there you go. I've put the
there we go.
Cement shoes on. I mean, that is just ridiculous. There's no playability to that, is there?
No.
Just some big grey feet.
Yeah.
But unique. What a unique accessory.
Yeah. I guess you could do that and then drop him in the bath.
We probably did. Who's next on our list then? Who we got next?
Big Boy's right-hand man. It's Flattop.
Oh, one of my faves.
So, here he is. Another cracking figure he is.
Yep. What does he say?
His quote is shooting up a barber shop. Well, because they gave him a flat top.
Oh, okay, yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could all tie in together nicely.
Yeah.
Was just trying to find out the actor who played him. I always forget the guy's name. Do you remember the guy's name?
Oh God,
William Forsythe.
that's it. Yeah,
He was in he's in a bunch of other gangster films.
Boardwalk Empire was the thing I remember seeing him in more recently.
This figure doesn't look like him, I don't think, in the film. I'm not sure it looks that like him, but it's still a cool figure. It's still got a lot of Is yours the Bandai or is it the American?
Mine is the Bandai. What's yours?
Oh, okay. So yeah, same. So I haven't got the comic book on the back.
Yeah, I think as you said, it's like he never doesn't take his jacket off. In the film. So like it's for it all of a sudden to be jacketless. That's why it's a little bit like, whoa, what's going on there?
So he's got a machine gun. He's got a bullet belt. And what is the rope thing that he comes with? What would you say that rope accessory is?
Is it like for a noose? Is it a noose?
Yeah, it doesn't.
I think. I mean, I was going to say a whip, but that wouldn't really be a particularly practical thing, really, to be having.
Yeah, I guess because he ties Tracy up. Maybe it's just a bit of rope to tie Tracy up.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, could be the rope for that.
Again, great coloured braces. I don't remember if he wears those braces in the film.
Well, the thing is, I don't think he takes his jacket off, so you never see. And he does have a bow tie. I've got. Look at one of the pictures.
Nice touch on the back of the figure as well, which you may have forgotten. But on the back is brass knuckles in his pocket on the back.
I never noticed that. That's good.
Which is a nice little touch. Which again, Playmates, you didn't have to do that, but we really, really appreciate the effort. When I just to tell a little story here, when I was growing up, I spent a lot of time playing with these figures with my next door neighbour. Shout out to Stuart, and he was always this character. Whenever we played with him, he was always this figure. And one day I came home from the shops and I'd left my Dick Tracy's outside, and they were gone. They'd vanished, and I could hear somewhere in the distance someone was playing with them. And I looked over the fence, and Stuart had got another boy from the road and was playing with the Dick Tracys, my Dick Tracys. And I marched round there, and we got into a fight, and I took them back. He told his dad that they were his, and that I had stolen them. And we had this fallout, me and Stuart, over Dick Tracy's. Because he was saying that I'd taken his toys, and I was like, they're my Dick Tracy's, they're not yours. And I think eventually he confessed, and it was all resolved. But it was a pretty rough week in the.
I mean, in that moment, I think you felt like you must have been in Dick Tracy. You were there fighting crime. I've got to get this stuff back.
Yeah, I've got to get this stuff back. We only went to the spa, but it shows how quickly crime could happen, doesn't it?
Exactly, it does. Yeah, you never know what's going to happen around that corner.
I could have been taken by Steve the Tramp. So on the back, then, it says. Public enemy named Flattop wanted for multiple contract murders. Do you want to read the description there?
Big boy's hitman, an ugly mug with a head you could land small planes on.
Nice.
Weapons, a Tommy gun and a noose. So yeah, it was a noose.
Yep.
His MO always uses a Thompson machine gun, which he treats like his favourite mole. Favourite mole.
Favourite mole. Gangster's mole. Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't familiar with that terminology. Past crimes, murder. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
I mean, is that meant to be degrees of murder, is it? First, second, third, and fourth. But
maybe he's just killed 4 people. I don't know.
Manslaughter, livestock slaughter. Unbelievable. And illegal insect extermination.
Okay.
Flat top. What did those ants ever do to you?
Yeah, I feel like of the list of things he's wanted for, like murder, illegal insect extermination is nitpicking, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. So we've got to have another. Insects. Yes.
We'll get him down. Get charges on those ants he killed.
His quote is, "I'll rub that punk out if it's the last thing I do."
Nice.
Yeah.
And going on to the warning, then it says Flattop and his Tommy gun can turn you into Swiss cheese in seconds. Do not insult his haircut.
Noted.
Flattop is the most deadly assassin in the underworld. He is loyal to Big Boy as long as the man keeps paying him big dough. You don't want to be on Flattop's hit parade. Only one man on the list has dodged his deadly bullets, Dick Tracy. And the cop has done it time after time. This Widowmaker hates Tracy with a poison passion. This Widowmaker. And has vowed to personally terminate the lawman as soon as he figures out how. I mean, yeah. It captures the badass nature of the character, doesn't it?
It does.
I always associate him with Itchy, though. They kind of go as a pair, and we'll get to Itchy in a bit.
Yeah, I think in the movie I think they're in. Correct me if I'm wrong. In every scene together, I think. I don't think they actually ever have a scene apart. They are literally a double act.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I just read the latest comic books. Is it Mad Cave Comics? They did a run of Dick Tracy comics. And the first few issues focus on Flattop as the bad guy. And he's really evil. And he's like killing people. And he's just a complete like horrible villain. And I think they really painted him really well. So yeah,
he's definitely like the kind of the scariest of all of Big Boy's crew. He's the one that you think he'll take. And then again, right at the beginning of the movie, it just going and wipes them all out. So it shows immediately that he's the one that you don't want to mess with.
Yeah, absolutely. So who's next on the hit parade?
So next one, the hit parade. This one makes me think of you a lot. This one is Rodent.
Yes. You've got a little price tag on your one there, have you?
I have, yeah. So this Woodwards for $6.98. So obviously this was the American card. I just want to think, it suddenly come back to me. This was probably my dyslexia at the time, but whenever I used to look at the back, I used to look at it, I called him Robert for years. Yeah. And I love it how we just, neither of us questioned each other. Never went back to reread it and re-corrected. We just went Robert.
And on the front here, he's called The Robert. They added the Robert. Yeah.
The Robert.
The Rodent is squealing about jailbreak. There you go.
Yeah. So I've just realised I have the French card here.
Oh, okay.
So at the top it says, French. Yeah, so with the French Canadian card. So coppers and gangsters, flics et gangsters. If you wanted to know that, hopefully my French got across there well. You can even do the, he's squealing about a jailbreak or révèle le plan d'une évasion de prison.
Nice.
There we go.
What's your take on this figure then? I mean, for me, one of my faves. Love the purple, love the mouse trap, the colours. Again, looks a bit like my dad.
Yeah. Common theme here.
Common theme. It's cracking. Yeah, it's a real shame this wasn't available more in the UK. Yeah, because
because this is the one that we got at the same time with the Brow and Steve the Tramp. So once the time we saw him in the UK. But I like his bowler hat as well. Unique. Yeah. I think everyone else who has hats are all fedoras, I think.
Yeah. And he's from the opening scene again, isn't he? So he's quite a small character.
Yeah.
Who's given that big part. I was just looking up again who played him, Neil Summers. He died at the end of last year. Sadly. So shout out to Neil Summers for that great role as the Rodent.
I was going to say about the accessories, and when I watched the film again, I was like, why didn't he come with a cat?
That would have been great.
They should have a little cat. That's what they should have had.
Yeah, what does he say in the film? He's like, here, kitty, kitty, and then just throws it off the...
A little kid.
Hi, little fella.
Yeah, he's just not a nice guy, is he? So he has got a comic book on the back, and it's basically him crawling through the sewers, like a rodent surrounded by rats. And it says about his shifty eyes, his overlong nose, and his cheesy moustache. And then Tracy says, "Smells like a rat to me." Very harsh, poor old Rodent.
Yeah, he is.
Because he's actually one of the least disfigured. Really, he's not got the brow's head.
No, the figure has done him justice, because in the movie he's far more kind of grotesque. His skin's like really heavy, kind of acne and pitted, and his nose is really pointy and big, and the nose is in there, but they've gone easy on his skin. They haven't turned it to make him look like Steve the Tramp or anything like that.
They've gone easy on Robert.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about him then.
Well, I'd like to, but because I've got the French card, I don't have it.
Oh wow, you've actually got the figures all the way across the back. Yeah.
Yeah. So they've they've made the figures bigger, but I have nothing. So I'm going to have to sit back and listen to you on this one.
Well, I have got the profile. Here we go then. So William the Rodent Wilson, wanted for liquor and 5 and dime store thefts and cruelty to animals. That figures.
Yeah.
Description: a small rat-faced double-crosser who would frame his own mother. Oh dear, these descriptions are great. Weapons: lead pipe and a Tommy gun. Yep. His MO, so he usually strikes from behind or below. Oh, okay. And escapes via the city's alleys and underground tunnels like a rat. Past crimes: locker room theft, a locker room thief. Okay. A series of nursing home robberies, a subway bandit, and a Chinese laundry stick-up artist. That's so specific.
You think he's playing cards with the brow? He must be thinking, "Oh my God, I'm with the brow." Like he's proper like low down on the old crime levels, and he's got the international espionage king that he's playing cards with.
Absolutely, yeah. And he's there thinking about which Chinese laundry he's going to take up next. Yeah. Quote: "I told you to stop breathing. That calm source." I'm not doing this justice. I've got to try and get through this without laughing. "I told you to stop breathing that calm." Oh, no, it's not calm, it's clam. Sorry. Third time lucky. Oh, dear. "I told you to stop breathing that clam sauce on me." That's it. That's his quote.
How specific. I mean, how many scenarios does he get to use that quote? Someone's eating a burger. "Don't breathe that clam sauce." What are you talking about, Robert? I mean, I'm eating a burger.
So I guess it comes down to lips, doesn't it? Lips and his clams.
Yeah, but the clams are oysters, or is that the same thing?
I don't know. This is the wrong podcast for that, isn't it? The difference between clams and oysters.
Yeah.
Okay, he's warning. A member of the Lips Manless gang, the Rodent is a petty thief who will steal anything that isn't nailed down and then frame you for the crime. The Rodent... Oh, these are so good. The Rodent would be known as a rat, even if he didn't have a face. Oh dear. Sorry, I'll try again. The Rodent would be known as a rat. Oh, yeah, and we're gone. Oh, come on. We can get through this. The Rodent would be known as a rat. Even if he didn't have a face that would look better. I can't read it. I can't even ask you to read it. I've got to do this. This line is so ridiculous. Okay. I can see this being a free part of this toy episode. The Rodent would be known as a rat, even if he didn't have a face that would look better than a cheese on a trap. He's bad to the bone after spending half his life in state prison, where he was the biggest stoolie. The biggest stoolie in the joint. Oh, so a rat, basically, but they worded it as stoolie in the joint. God. A treacherous two-faced squealer. The Rodent is always looking out for number one. Brackets, that's as high as he can count. He's not above stealing another crook's loot. Oh dear, that's brutal.
Oh my God! I mean, like he's clearly like in Lips' gang. He's the butt of all the jokes, isn't he? He's got to be.
Yeah, he really is.
Oh.
But yeah, that line is just a classic. The Rodent would be known as a rat, even if he didn't have a face that would look better than cheese in a trap. I mean, poetry that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Brilliant. Oh,
I feel like we've lost half our listeners now. We're just like, why are these two guys in their 40s just laughing about toy packets?
Sorry.
Let's move on. Who's next?
Okay, next one we've got is a more hideous one this time. We got Prune Face.
Oh, he's behind me.
Obviously, my one here is a very, very faded card.
I've got the American one of this. Bizarrely.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, yeah, mine is not. Mine is the Bandai. So, yeah.
my first figure I ever brought. And
Yeah.
I'm looking for him now to see if he's in the box in front of me. I think he's there. I've got a feeling mine fell to pieces and broke. So I think this is my second Prune Face. I've got a feeling. I would like to say it's my original, but I think mine fell to pieces. I mean, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, he was a great figure. Looking at his what he's got hanging around him. He's got his green tie. If he has a green tie in the film, I'm not entirely sure if he does. And then he's like, it looks like a couple of sticks of dynamite. He's got with him. So
risky place to wear it, isn't it? On your chest there, yeah.
And then he's got his detonator. I mean, I don't. In the film, there's not really any mention or anything, is there, of him doing anything with dynamite and explosives? I don't think.
Well, some cars blow up and stuff in the film. Maybe he's the one that does it.
Maybe that's his thing. But yeah, another good one as well. I mean, his lower half could nearly be the brow. Obviously, my very faded card, I can't quite tell the colour, but it looks like the same burgundy trousers that the brow wears.
Yeah, I'm doing a comparison now for you. Different shoes.
Okay.
Different. Yeah, it is different. Yeah. Believe it or not, you would think, but it's the same. But
and obviously he's got his Tommy gun. I'm taking a quick look to see that there's different types of Tommy guns.
There are, some have got different handles, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, I know. I never noticed that before. So yeah, that and his ammunition.
So it says, calling Dick Tracy, Prune Face just blew up the federal mint. So maybe in the comics, he is known for his explosives expertise. The comic has got him planting a bomb, and then it looks like the kid stops it, and then Tracy stops it, and then it's a little scenario there showing you the bomb. So if you were a kid and you wanted to know what he did, it kind of lays that out for you. Do you want to have a read of the profile then for Prune Face?
So name is just Prune Face. So he doesn't even get a real name. That's all
played by the late great RG Armstrong, of course.
Yes,
who's also in Predator, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
Predator,
right at the beginning of Predator. So he is wanted for just blowing up banks, safes, armored cars, and firebombing rivals. So
doesn't care. Just
expert in explosives. His description is shriveled-faced gangster who looks like he left his head in a bathtub for too long.
Fair.
And it also known as AKA Raisin Head. Doesn't quite have the same ring as Prune Face, but same result. His weapons is Tommy gun and his dynamite. His MO is a munitions expert. Uses a full range of explosive devices, demolish buildings, vehicles, and people. God, that's quite to demolish a person. That'd be quite a scene.
More murder.
Yeah. Past crimes. Blew up reform school.
Okay.
He blew up
quite specific.
School. Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay. Sabotaged the IRS offices. So obviously he must have been doing a bit of a tax evasion. An exploded prison furnace in jailbreak. That's, again, very specific. Maybe this is like literally just picked out of one of the comics that he exploded the prison furnace.
Yeah, but also the blown up a reform school. Was there people in that? That's quite a dark crime.
It is. Yeah. And his quote is, "I'm taking this punk out of the headlines permanently." And that's my best R.G. Armstrong. Yeah, that was
good.
Thank you. I was practicing that in the mirror beforehand.
I'm taking this bum out of the headlines. I'm rubbing him out.
You're doing the lips like when you speak, like taking this punk out, because he can't speak because of all the makeup. Like,
like Warren's going, "Louder, RG, louder." "I can't, Warren, because of the makeup."
I can't move my lips. No, I was going to say, it just says, warning, Prune Face will resort to any means of firepower and destruction to avoid capture. Any means there. He's a large, hideous-looking mobster. Prune Face is ugly enough to scare the chrome off your bumpers. He's the underworld's best spy, and he uses the information he learns to play both ends against the middle, two-timing everyone. He may work for Big Boy, but but he's first after his boss's territory and is willing to risk out all-out gangland war to get it. Once threw a firebomb into Big Boy's car, nearly wiping him out. Only an opponent as skilled and threatening as Dick Tracy could keep Prune Face and Big Boy working together. Wow, there you go.
I think that bomb in the car in the scene, when all the mobs are all together when James Caan comes in, and then Dick and the Big Boy is saying like how he forgives people for what they've done, and I think he does do a feel like Prune Face, I forgive you for trying to blow me up in the car.
He says something. You're right.
Now I'm reading it. I'm like, maybe I'm just making that all up in my head. But I can actually visualize that now. Him saying, "I'll let you off."
Yeah.
I remember all of you from when I was nothing. Prune Face, you tossed a firebomb in my car one night. Give me a lot of trouble, but I forgive you.
I love how angry he gets in the film, because he's always just like, I want to get Tracy dead. Oh, what are we doing, Big Boy? He just doesn't see Big Boy's vision.
No. He's like, slow down, Prune Face, raisin head.
Oh. AKA raisin head. Okay, moving on then. Who's next on the hit list?
So next one we've got is another cameo one from the early scene in the film is Shoulders.
Can I just point out, if you're playing with these as kids, you've literally got two good guys, Dick Tracy and Sam, and everyone else is a villain.
That's a good point.
So, you've really got your work cut out. It's not like you can even buy a generic police officer, is it? To kind of get lots of police to fill it up. You've literally got 2 against, 12. So with this figure, I always used him as a cop. I didn't use him as a kind of, as Shoulders the gangster, because he just looked like a cop to me, and he has got some sort of cuffs in his jacket there. So Shoulders for me was always an extra police officer. But now I can see it looking at him. He has got the large shoulders, and this clearly is Shoulders.
Yeah.
What do you make of this one then?
Yeah, I mean, he's quite a basic figure, like it is what he's got on. I said it's like they've stretched out his shoulders to kind of make in his namesake there, and it looks like there's something in his pocket which look like there are handcuffs, or is it another knuckle duster maybe? But you're right, because he doesn't have a lot going on and he looks smart. It's like you could easily make him to be a cop. With Pat, the figure that they never made, and he was green. So I think he said in the first episode that he would double up as Pat instead.
As Pat,
yeah, which would always make sense.
I've just noticed on his thighs is like they come out slightly at the top. That's meant to be his jacket, I think. They're kind of like they're embossed, aren't they?
Yes,
that's the right word. But they never really noticed that before. So again, unique legs. So many of these figures have unique parts, but that,
to show he's got a long coat.
Which is kind of cool. Yeah, I think to be honest, it's probably the weakest figure in the line if we're breaking it down. If you had a choice to buy them all and they're all lined up, he's not the one you're going to pick first, second, third, fourth, fifth,
he's
sixth,
the one
seventh,
you're going to get. Yeah, once he's gone to the bargain bin, then you'll get him.
But cool accessory in the baseball bat with these spikes.
Yeah, that is calling Dick Tracy Shoulders is beating up a construction crew.
Well, again, quite specific.
Yeah, isn't it? And why? And also, construction crews there's a lot of big guys with sledgehammers and stuff. He obviously he doesn't he wants to really show what a tough guy he is, I suppose.
No, Shoulders isn't bothered about that. This is the Bandai card, so I guess you got the same one, have you?
Yeah, Bandai as well. Yeah.
So we haven't got the comic book. So we're straight on to the profile. So do you want to tell me what they're saying about Shoulders?
Real name Frank. So Frank Shoulders Foley, and he is wanted for attempted murder. So he couldn't actually carry it out, unlike some of the other guys. Assault and battery, and demolition without a permit.
Okay.
Maybe let's go back to the construction thing again. So attempted murder, didn't actually murder someone, and just assault. So he's, at the moment, with a bit more to read here. He's low level. I think this is why he's probably mates with Rodent.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Yeah,
I think so. They're probably
Rodent's the
mates.
cheesiest, dirtiest little rat in the game, isn't
exactly.
he?
Yeah. So his description is a massive hulk of a hood. Looks like he's wearing football pads under his jacket. Dumber than ice.
Okay. Is that an expression?
Yeah. Or backhanded comments say that he's not very smart. I don't know, but why dumber than ice? I don't know.
I guess You're as cool as ice. You're dumb. I've never heard it before.
Yeah,
but
never
dumb
heard
as
that.
ice. Yeah.
So his weapon, obviously, you got his spiked bat and his Tommy gun. His MO, he uses his own brute strength to body slam and crush his victims. So he's a bit like he's
your muscle,
isn't? Yeah, your muscle henchman. Yeah, he's there. Yeah, past crimes. He's a former crooked wrestler. Ooh. So what was that like? He wasn't letting the other guy win and something. Strong arm for protection racket. And his quote is, "I didn't mean to break your back." I mean, that's probably not the way he talks. I just thought I'd give him some weird voice.
I think it's quite accurate. Yeah, that's probably the voice I would have done as a kid.
All right. Did you want to do his warning?
Yeah. So Shoulders is too stupid to know his own strength. Do not shake his hand or let him slap you on the back. Shoulders' mammoth size separated him from the other youngsters at an early age, and he dropped out of school in the 2nd grade. After accidentally hugging his entire family into the emergency ward of the hospital, he took up with a crowd on the wrong side of the tracks. So he put his family in hospital by hugging them. Okay.
Brilliant.
Starting as an enforcer for street gangs, Shoulders worked his way up to Lips Manless's gang, where he's happy to have someone else to do the thinking for him. Enjoys knocking over phone booths with unsuspecting callers still inside. It's basically the Juggernaut.
Oh, Shoulders, he's doing it again. Oh, he's pushed another one over.
Stop knocking over those phone booths.
Yeah. And again, like, the Brow's hanging out with him. The Brow, espionage king. And he's hanging around with Frank.
Yeah,
Frank
but everyone
Shoulders
needs some
Folly.
muscle, don't they? Everyone needs a little bit of muscle.
They do. I mean, tell you what, then, if you were going to say something about what to improve in the character, the figure would have been make him bigger. I think he should have been like a whole head bigger than all the rest of them.
Well, yeah, there you go. Look, he's pretty much neck and neck with Dick Tracy. So he's
because he's got the bigger shoulders, but it needed to be a bigger figure to really show his size. Was like you're reading it like, oh, he's like a 6'7" giant of a man.
Yeah, he's literally this
the figure doesn't transpose that. But anyway, a good one nonetheless.
Well, I think we've got time for one more, and we're going to have to take this into a 3rd episode. But we've just got time for one more, I think, to squeeze in.
Okay, then. All right. Another one all in green is Influence.
Oh, what a cracking figure this is.
And
we had trouble saying this as a kid, didn't we?
You know what? I was about to say exactly the same thing. We called him... Well, you say, what did you think we called him?
I want to say impotence. I'm sure it's not. I don't know. What did we call him?
Well, we did put an extra letter in. I think we put a D in there, and we used to call him like Infidence.
Infidence, yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I
don't know why when we were 6 or 7, we hadn't heard the word influence before.
Yeah,
played by the late great Henry Silver, and I had a look at his picture earlier. He looks basically the same. They did put makeup on Influence, but you could just tell it is Henry Silver underneath the makeup. This figure is again exceptionally detailed for a character that doesn't have any detail in the film. I don't remember having just to say now what he's got a pocket watch of some sort and going into his jacket. He's got a syringe, a doctor's stethoscope, and a spider. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes, he does. What's that all about?
And a rip on his trousers as well. There's quite a lot going on there. Have you got the American card, or have you got the Bandai?
I have the American card.
Oh, okay. So maybe you'll reveal some details about him. But just before we do that, he comes with a crowbar, which I always thought was pretty cool.
That was a cool accessory. So you said he's calling Dick Tracy Influence is hypnotizing an armoured car driver. Again, it's very specific. We need
to read up on the specifics of these villains, because there'll be someone listening to this who's a massive Dick Tracy fan, not just of the movie. Going, of course, Influence had that episode in comic number 157. He had the incident with the spider. He put in Tracy's pat.
Yeah.
I can only assume there's specific details because he didn't have a spider in the film, did he?
No. He has very few words in the film as well, doesn't he?
He didn't say a lot.
Words, no. For someone who's meant to be influencing people, he does it without even speaking.
Yeah.
Doesn't he?
Yeah. But he's in quite a lot of scenes, though, isn't he?
Yeah. Who does he influence in the film?
Well, I don't think he influences anyone. He's just another henchman, isn't he? But what's it say in his comic? Is there hypnotising going on?
I think he's going into a bank and influencing them to give him the money. Yeah, so he's going in, he goes, I'll take that withdrawal. And then the cashier goes, yes, sir. Whatever amount you desire, sir. So he's basically like gone into a bank, hypnotised them, stole a load of money. As he's walked out, lo and behold, there's Dick Tracy, and he's punched him.
He's basically Darren Brown.
Yeah, he is Darren Brown.
So his name is Influence. There's no other name there. He's not like, Peter Influence Patterson or anything. He's just Influence.
Yeah.
He's wanted for practicing medicine without a license, blackmail, and illegal use of hypnotism. Is there ever a legal or illegal use of hypnotism? I don't know. Description: evil-eyed former psychiatrist who uses his powers and knowledge for malicious means. His weapons: crowbar and a Colt 32. His MO: he uses hypnotism and blackmail to manipulate situations to big boy's evil advantage. And his past crimes, well, again, quite specific. He fixed the 1929 World Series and Racing's Triple Crown, accused of causing stock market crash. So he caused the 1929 stock market crash.
Wow. My God. These
are big crimes.
Yeah.
And quote, I know what you're thinking before you do. Which I don't think he says in the film. But
he doesn't say anything in the film. One look into the eyes of influence can put you into a trance of evil suggestion. Like it. And it says, the evil ex-doctor lost his license to practice medicine after it was discovered he was using mind control to make his patients commit crimes on his behalf. Big Boy had him paroled and put him to work as his brain trust. People always said Big Boy would be really dangerous if he ever got any influence, in speech marks.
Very good.
They were right. Influence knows just how to get his papsies to agree with him, either hypnotizing the poor suckers or digging up black secrets from their past. He's not above resorting to violence, but he'd rather use his peepers to scramble their brains.
His peepers.
Yeah. You know what, funny enough, I was looking at the figure and I was like, his eyes do look a bit funny. They look a bit like Christian Slater.
That's harsh on Christian Slater, but now you've said it, I can see it. I can see that little beady Christian Slater there. Yeah,
there's something going on. Well, he's got no eyebrows either, is he? I think all the others have got eyebrows, haven't they? Looking at them.
Some have. The brow hasn't, but some have and some haven't. Yeah.
Oh, poor old brow. Well, his are there, but they're just under the folds of his brow.
the many brow lines. Okay, we've gone long again on this. We've still got 3 figures to go, and I think one of them definitely requires quite a bit of talking about. So we're going to end this episode there and make this a 3-part special. Because we're deep diving. We're not cutting corners. No, we're not going to gloss over any of this. We're telling you every detail about every figure. If you're not asleep and you're still listening, thank you. You've been listening to Talking Dick, the Dick Tracy movie podcast, and we'll be back soon with part 3 of the Playmates action figure special.
See you then. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to get in touch, you can email us at dtmoviepodcast@gmail.com. You'll also find us on X and Instagram at DT Movie Podcast. Or come and join our Facebook group, the Dick Tracy Movie Podcast. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to check out our YouTube channel for bonus videos and extra content.